Ooh, good job, Karza. Ah, Nemesis is running it down and he wasted flash. Hey guys, let's continue with game 3 of TES versus Fnatic. Now, Fnatic is 2-0 up, and the last game we watched, Fnatic really handed it to them. Okay. Now, it is true that Fnatic is still getting carried by, the fact that Reckless and Hillesang are performing really, really well. But this time, Selfmade played a little bit better. And basically, with the team comp that Fnatic drafted last game, I don't think TES just had any chance whatsoever. Okay? So, if you think about TES, based on how they lost this game, if I would be the coach, I would be thinking about, okay, so what should we pick, which side? And it's like, okay, so we now have information on two sides, like on blue side from two games, what Fnatic is good at. And we saw that the weakness is the soul lines. So now what we're gonna do is let's run down the same strategy we did, or similar strategy that we did in the first draft, and then let's see, can we actually pull it off? Because actually in the first draft, in the first game, we had more chance to win than we had right now. So, what happened is that, as we can see here, we see the TF ban and the Graves ban, which they kept from the previous two games. Fnatic banned Syndra, and then they ban Lucian, which is normal, and then they decide to ban Leona, okay, which can indicate a Rakan first pick. Okay, so let's see what Fnatic responds. But you can already see from the faces of Fnatic that Fnatic is not necessarily sure what is happening right now. Like, why are they banning Leona? Are they gonna go for Rakan? Yeah, we'll see. So Fnatic is probably gonna ban Set here. Wow, he's sweating so much. Okay, so the first pick, now based on the Leona ban has to mean something, right? So if they're gonna now leave Rakan to be picked, or maybe this Leona is a bait for the enemy to pick Rakan, let's see. I don't think there's gonna be an AD carry first pick here, based on the Leona ban. The TES has to have a plan. So they picked Orianna. Okay. Okay. I mean, still, okay, first pick. I really don't like Orianna as a first pick at all, because there's a lot of counters to it, but I think so far I don't understand TES adaptation at all. I still don't understand the Graves ban they did, so yeah. So now I'm expecting Rakan to be picked up, or Rakan to be picked up on free. I really dislike the gym pick. I really dislike the gym pick here. I don't think Rakan Jhin is a good combination. And then they go for Ornn blind pick. Like, it was really, really interesting, you know? So, what happened now is that what Fnatic is doing is they're gonna keep the ban, sorry, the pick for Selfmade, right? They're gonna, the counter pick. Now, the issue that's happening right now is that the third pick has to probably be mid lane based on the draft, right? It potentially can be support, but, it could be mid lane. So what TES should respond, like, so far I really don't like the Jhin pick. I really don't like the Ornn pick. They had huge success with Senna. They had huge success with Ashe, but at this point probably Fnatic bot lane is feeling a little bit too cocky, and I really, really hate that. I hate the fact that they picked Ornn second and not third, and now like Camille is open. right? There's what else is there open that can mess up Ornn? Camille? I don't know. So I'm expecting TES to, you know, go something into the Ornn, something aggressive. And pick an AD carry. Okay, so pick Ashe. Okay, so Sion counter pick. I like it. I like the Sion. Sion has a pretty good matchup into Ornn top. Okay, and then they go Israel. I like that. I like the Israel pick here a lot, and the reason for it is, yes, Israel doesn't necessarily win the lane against Jhin, okay, but he's very, very good into Ornn, because he can kite him a lot, he can dodge his ultimate, and now they have already like a good top lane matchup, and Jackie says, well, it's not my day, let's pick me something that I can just scale and farm up. So I really like the Israel pick. Good. So now I'm expecting a mid lane pick here. On free or Rakan. A mid lane pick or Rakan. And I would prefer here a mid lane pick. You know? And honestly, I feel like... Oh, Rakan. Okay. They want Rakan. Fine. I still don't understand the Leona ban. But... This third draft is really, really weird for TES. Like, they adapted and picked Orianna as the, you know, on paper strongest mid laner. They picked Sion counter matchup. They picked Ezreal to scale. So far, I like that there's synergy between them. I like, based on how people were doing, like, top and mid are putting, you know, the best performances. So, you know, get them on good champions that, you know, in good matchups. So now, I think as a TES, I would probably just ban junglers, or I would ban mid laners. Based on the fact that Hecarim is open, Hecarim is very good into left side. I think what Kindred as a last pick could be potentially good, right? So, and then I like a fourth pick mid laner. I think if they want to ban mid laners, I would ban like Azir. I think Azir... I don't like Akali at all. I think right now, I mean, yeah, you have Ornn and Rakan to go in, but I don't think into Israel that they would pick Akali. I think Yumi and Bard are pretty good. Pretty good bans. With Israel, pretty good. I like Yumi and Bard. Really good into Jhin, Bard, and Kindred. No, I think Shen is Hecarim is a good pick. All honesty. I like the Vel'Koz. I like the Vel'Koz into Orianna. Like, now they have Rakan, Ornn and Rakan. So Ornn, Rakan, Jhin. I really like that all-in with the longest range in the game. That's awesome. That's awesome. I think Glisten is here a comfort pick for TES, which is normal. And now I'm expecting, based on the fact that they showed kind of like... The problem is it's hard to kite back against Vel'Koz, right? So I'm expecting here, you know... I don't know. Tahm Kench is bad. Braum is bad. Nautilus is bad. Trash. There's really not many good supports options here, you know? Because, like, if you go something like Morgana, something like that, something scaling, you're just gonna enable Rakan free lane, and then, you know, you're not gonna be useful against Vel'Koz. So I think they have to go something aggressive on bot lane. but they don't really want to play towards Israel, so... He's laughing in a best of 5 and they're 2-0 down. Awesome. Love that. Love that smile. Okay. Karma. So, Karma is, in my opinion... So, the thing is, the bot lane had the worst performance, right? So you want to play with the Sion counter pick. You want to play, you know, around the Orianna balls on mid lane, right? With Listen, you have some gank pressure. And then you pick Karma, champion that wants to play around bot lane, right? And it's like, are you planning to play around bot? And like, Chekilov had 2 really, really shitty performances. So I have to commend, like, the coach really trusts TES a lot. Now here, as a counter, I would 100% here, 100% from Fnatic. I would just go hacker him. I would just locking that beast, and Fnatic comp just seems unbeatable. Like, when I watched the first time, I didn't saw the pick and ban, so I didn't know that they had the counter pick, but they actually pick Kha'Zix, which counter picks himself into Listen. Which I really, really don't like. And yes, I understand that Rakan wouldn't go in, right? And then Vel'Koz Jhin do damage, and Kha'Zix works well with the, you know, damage that Vel'Koz and Jhin provide. But I just think Hecarim would create so much chaos. So much chaos, you know, into the enemy team. So much chaos. And it provides so much zone control and engage versus non-movement champion like Orianna and Karma. You know, it would mess up also the science stuff. It's like, I really wish they would go Hecarim here. I really, really wish they would Hecarim here. So I honestly right now, like, I know Kha'Zix works well with the comp, like in terms of killing people, but I just feel like when Ornn goes side, Fnatic is gonna miss that front line for Jhin and Vel'Koz to do damage, right? Because Rakan is not gonna be able to play the front line. And Orianna and Ezreal are gonna do a lot of poke damage as well. So till Jhin gets fire cannon. So I would really, really like Hecarim there. I really like Hecarim there. So if we analyze the pick and ban, let's talk about pick and ban first. So top lane, Sion has a good matchup into Ornn. Kha'Zix has a good matchup. Sorry, Listen has a good matchup into Kha'Zix. Bot lane, this is a tricky one, okay? So Rakan is actually very good at setting up kills on Karma, but if Karma understands her mantra W, she usually shouldn't get killed at all in this 2v2, and they should potentially push and have pressure. So, because it's range versus melee matchup. So, I believe Israel and Karma are gonna have push here, and Orianna on mid lane versus Vel'Koz. The problem that Vel'Koz has is that he has a Kha'Zix, right? So Kha'Zix doesn't have that much pressure on Orianna. Yes, in the old days, Kha'Zix was very notoriously good at ganking mid because of his invincibility. But I honestly think that with Lee pressure, you know, I think that Orianna can potentially get pressure, you know, on mid lane. Now, when Vel'Koz hits 5, he just clears the wave instantly. Like, he's a beast. And I love Vel'Koz scaling. I love Vel'Koz way more than Orianna. I just miss a second frontline for this Jhin and Vel'Koz. Like, I think if Ornn is not included in the fights, which Sion can keep him away, it's gonna be very difficult for Fnatic to play these fights. So, Listen will have to play aggressive early to shut down the Kha'Zix. He can go for some free camp cheesy paths, you know. So I don't know exactly, you know, but he should be playing around bot. Based on the fact they picked Karma, he should be playing around bot. I still don't understand the Leona ban, but, you know, sometimes you don't understand. So I think what Fnatic is thinking here, like, just scale, just farm up, right? And then we teamfight as 5. And the longer the game goes, the stronger we get with Vel'Koz and Kha'Zix and Ornn items. Like, they really, really, really scale good. Now, these guys, right, they're like, okay, we need to use Listen early on to do damage. We need to use the Karma early on to, you know, provide damage and poke Jhin and Rakan under tower. So I think TES is planning to play around bot, which means Lee Sin is either gonna go for the loop-de-loop clear, or he's gonna go for an invade. I don't see Karsa doing a full clear, so I think it's either gonna be an invade or loop-de-loop. But yeah, I just hope he doesn't start something like a blue buff. But he could start it because he wants to play around bot and potentially made this guy's blue. So we'll see. Okay, so let's see. So the path I'm expecting, listen, based on the fact he starts red, I'm expecting him to go red, blue, Grump, Wolves. So red, blue, Grump, Wolves, Raptors into bot side. That's what I'm expecting. He could also cheese and go from red to blue. And the reason why he can do this is because of the fact bot lane's gonna have push. And Orianna can potentially force push as well. Into the Vel'Koz, because Vel'Koz level 1 is pretty weak. So I think an invade could be seen here, and we don't really care if Sign is left on Alad on top. Selfmade could go buff to buff. Okay, so Ornn. Okay, so Sion pulled the wave. So Sion pulled the wave, so that's already telling me that Sion wants to let the wave push into him, which means I think we're gonna see an invade. Let's see. Kha'Zix goes buff to buff, but this is the thing that I was talking about, right? If Lee Sin goes here to his buff, right? Potentially we can have a fight, and you have bot pressure and you have mid pressure. So I think shutting down Kha'Zix this way would be like kind of like similar thing that he did before, like with Graves level the first game, but yeah. So we have mid lane pressure from Knight. Yeah, Orianna's level 1 is pretty good. Like Vel'Koz needs around level 5, then he shits on Orianna. Self-made even wards. Just to be sure. I love though that he didn't go sweeper. The ward sweeper base. So Karza should go loop-de-loop towards bot lane here. He should go Wolves, Raptors, and then bot crab. He is a little bit slow though. So Sion's gonna crash the wave here and then he's gonna bounce back, which is gonna be awesome if Karza wants to go bot side. So far, I really like how TES is playing these waves. He goes Raptor, so he does the loop-de-loop. Okay, so he's gonna go crab into Crux. Okay. I like this. I like this, but I would preferably, based on the fact we know Kha'Zix starts red, based on Ornn Leash, I would love the previous invade level 2, but this is also fine. And now the thing is, because he has mid push and top push, what Lee Sin can do is he can actually go for the second crab, because he doesn't have to defend his Crux, because Kha'Zix is not gonna take his Crux. He already gave, he knows Kha'Zix is top side, okay, because he doesn't see him on this. So I would say that Karza should go here, top crab, take it, base, and then because of Grump is gonna spawn first, is just go Grump to bot into a Drake. I think this is perfect if he does that. Maximize the resources stack, takes away stuff from self-made. So self-made is going for the crab, okay? And you see, the lane state that Sion has, he basically made it himself, you know? That slow push into him. Like, Sion has no threat of dying here. You see? He knows and he plays safe. Like, this is awesome. This flash is all okay. Now Lee Sin knows. Now Lee Sin goes for the crab. Okay. Good. Now, Karza should instantly base after this. Instantly. Ezreal has a ward, so I don't know what the state is right now for bot lane, but bot lane shouldn't be getting pushed in. They should just push the wave now because they saw Kha'Zix. And Ezreal should have gotten a ward on the enemy Grump. Karza, don't go. Actually, it's a kill. Actually, it's a kill. Ooh. Ooh, interesting that Beepo didn't flash that Q. Interesting. Okay, so they force flash out. Now, here, I would say that forcing the flash of Beepo is actually not really worth it. I think what Karza should have done is based, went for Grump, Sion would have frozen, Ornn cannot push out, and, you know, if Karza just bases here, right? And then when Karza comes back top, if Ornn doesn't base before Karza comes back top, Karza gets a kill on Ornn on top lane. So I think he should have just been patient. Sion should have faked Lee Sin being top, and Karza should have just based, went top, and gotten a tempo advantage. Oh, I really, really hate this. I really, really hate this wave management from JackeyLove and Yunyan. Like, they know Kha'Zix was top. They know Kha'Zix went bot side on the reset camps because Karza definitely tracked the clear of Kha'Zix, so they know where Kha'Zix is, and they are contesting this push. Like, I really, really hate that. I think Selfmade should punish this. I really would like Kha'Zix to just come bot and force a flash from Karma. Okay, now we see level 5 Nemesis. Now he gets the pressure, right? I really like that Knight went Doran's ring. Really like that. Okay. And Reckless wins the trade. Awesome. Like, this play, this by TES is just so cocky. And this is what I'm telling you guys. This is why I was hoping that, you know, like, this should be punished. This should be punished. You know? Like, they're just... I love the balls they have, but it's just... Kha'Zix should have bot pressure here. That's no excuse. Oh, Karza lost so much time clearing the Grump and the Wolves. So much tempo. I really... I feel a little bit bad for Reckless and Hylissang. Like, the way JackeyLove and Yunyan is playing this laning phase is just horrible, wave management wise. It's just horrible. Okay, so both TPs on mid lane. Okay. So Selfmade already did his second clear. So now he's gonna go bot side. Okay. So this is now a free base for JackeyLove, or a free dive. So now Lee Sin should go and invade Kha'Zix's blue side jungle with the pressure on bot. Let's see if he goes. Yes, Selfmade has to be bot here. JackeyLove went heal this game. Actually, heal this game is good. He doesn't need cleanse. Okay. Good. Nothing's gonna happen. Selfmade is just wasting time. This happens so often. We saw it in game 1 and game 2. Look at this. So they go for Crab, right? Here, bot lane, I can 100% are sure that Reckless is... You see here, Reckless? He's 100% sure telling that we're fine. We're fine. Valkyrie should go here mid. Kha'Zix should instantly go for Grump, you know? He should instantly start pathing to top side. The bot lane is gonna, like, the bot lane from TES is gonna have a, you know, good recall. But there's, you know, give the pressure so Orianna cannot move bot lane. I love what Heal is doing. I love. Now Jin base. And now Jin bases. For the freeze. Perfect. Ooh. Ooh, Beepo is running it down. Sheen first item for 369. Wow. I think that surprised Beepo. I think this Sheen buy surprised Beepo so much. So much. You never expect this damage from Sion. Beepo lost a lot. Okay. So I think botlane... What happened? Wait. So Reckless wanted to freeze here. We see the minions, right? So we see Healy was pulling the wave, right? Healy was pulling the wave. He attacked. I saw free range minions and a melee. Like, I think Reckless should just base here and be fine. Why did they mess up their lane? Why did they do this? I really don't like this. So, I kind of think they have to swap for Herald here. I love what Union is doing. I love the roam on Karma. Like, this is perfect. This is bot freeze. This is textbook play. Whoa, I'm trolling. Okay. Like this. Make this slower. Okay. So, I love what Union is doing. I love what Union is doing. I think they're gonna get him. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect by TES. That was really beautiful. But it's like Fnatic messed up the bot lane so much. Now Ezreal's not gonna, like, he just got so much experience for free and he's not gonna get dove here or something, so. And Vel'Koz loses pressure. I don't know, the Nemesis roams are... Nemesis roams this series are bad. I love this ultimate from him though. Puts so much pressure on mid lane. Lee Sin gets Herald, which is fine. Now, Lee Sin should path. He has two choices. They have two choices as a team. One is they give bot up, and Lee Sin can immediately go top and get the tower here. He can actually secure the tower here. Because he knows, because they see Kha'Zix is going bot. So they can either do a trade, or Lee Sin goes back here and goes immediately run down to bot to protect, and then paths bot to top. Okay? So what he would do is he would base here, buy items, run down bot, protect bot lane, and then path towards top side and get secure this tower with Herald, right? I just hope he doesn't go continue farming, because this is really bad if he does. Because what happens here is Vel'Koz and Kha'Zix are gonna run down bot and they're gonna dive. And there's no Sion TP, so... Karza doesn't read this. That's really, really bad. Like, this is so obvious it's gonna happen. This is so obvious. And Karma even wastes her mantra Q. She should save it for mantra E or mantra W. Like, I really, really hate that mantra Q. Really, really hate it. It's 1-for-1 still, but... Yeah, now Vel'Koz is coming. And imagine if Karza would have backed here and ran straight to bot. That's a double or triple kill for him. Like, with items. And now Jackalev is just gonna die. Now, in the first two games, we saw a lot of good plays from Fnatic bot lane. This one is just... TES is just... No. Like, Jackalev froze the wave really good. Then crashed the tower. Yunyana came back. It's just Lee Sin didn't match it up. And that's a big miscommunication on TES side, you know? And everything happened on bot. It was obvious based on the fact that Vel'Koz ulted mid and Orianna got very low, which she had to then sacrifice the push. I mean, she has to give up the push. Oh, Beepo is such in a bad spot. Now he's respecting because he doesn't know where Karza is. He's really, really respecting. 369 is so confident in this. Love it. You see this mantra Q? You see this mantra Q from Karma? This is completely... They showed, TES showed that they don't know this dive is coming. But it's obvious it's gonna happen because... Other than that, what Fnatic can do is just go for Cloud Drake. You know? Which is gonna take Kha'Zix a long time. And... So yeah, like I know I might hear like I'm not happy that Fnatic got this dive off, but it's just when a team capitalizes on something that the enemy team did bad, you know, it just feels bad. Yeah, so now they get Drake, which is normal. And then Lee Sin pops Herald on top. Okay. He's not gonna... No, this is actually super good by Karza. He's not gonna put Herald because the tower is so low that he feels like he can get more plates elsewhere, which I like. And probably what they're thinking is either swapping Sion to bot and then using it, or using it mid lane with Sion ultimate. Let's see what happens. I think Beepo here is really good. Like, this is something... Like, I think this is something... This is a trademark of a very, very good top laner. So he knows that here, worst case that can happen is Sion ults him, right? And then he uses flash to escape. Okay? He's confident he's not gonna get kicked by Karza. Now, the issue here is if Karza and 369 go for this, not only do they not finish Krux, okay? They also... The minion wave here... right, is gonna die, right? And then Beepo is that way gonna protect the tower, okay? So I think this play to go for Karza here by Beepo is really good to try him to kind of nag him, kind of like go on me kind of style, and I really like that. Okay, I don't think they can dive Beepo. Now Beepo kind of messed up because he used E during the Q. So now he doesn't have cooldowns. But now they're gonna dive him. No? I like the Knight roam on top lane. I really, really like that. And now, based on the fact what we've seen before, hopefully we can see... okay, the bot lane came mid. This rotation was something that was used when we did Herald swaps a lot of times. Where support would come top, we would 4-man Herald, AD carry would come for one wave mid lane, and then he would go back to bot lane, you know? Just to be there in case, and he would pick up the farm because the mid laner would roam. And now Sion goes back. Wants to go back, okay. Oh, they actually can dive him. Okay, and he flashes. I don't know why people would be laughing though. The game is looking pretty grim. Like, it's still Fnatic scaling. I think Fnatic scales better. It's just... Okay. So I like this swap by Sion going bot. He can defend against no mana Rakan engine. Okay. So here they take the tower, which is good. Now, Karza has to run mid and just pop Herald mid. I really don't like to use Herald on top in here. Okay, very low. Like, good Karza go mid. So, the reason why I'm talking so much about TES and not about Fnatic is because TES is just the one being proactive. You know, like, they are the one leading right now the game. Fnatic can scale up, but, you know, like, TES is doing the plays. And the reason why I'm judging them is because when they're in the lead, it's their mistake. You know, it's... Fnatic has to capitalize on the mistake, but TES has to do the mistake first. So here the mistakes are... that, you know, Karza tunnel visions. Ooh. Self-made running down here. Karza should have acknowledged that Nemesis used up all of his mana, so that's why he should have used Herald mid. And Karza kind of loses Rift. Ooh, he's gonna get away. Ooh, well played, Knight. Well played, Knight. Well played, Knight. Well played, Knight. He's look at this. Look at this smile. Look at this smile. Wait, you guys can see it. Look at this smile. Look at this smile. Love it. Love it. I don't know, Fnatic, like, Nemesis last 3 games looks so sad. Yeah, just mantra double, yeah. So they get plates from this as well, which is good. Now, don't get me wrong, Fnatic is still in the game. They still have really, really good scaling. The problem for, okay. That was really, really weird by 369. So, this is the lane location that benefits TES way more than it does Fnatic. And the reason for it is because of the fact that Israel is now being put on mid lane. It's very difficult to kill him on mid lane, or the Israel. I think that, you know, Sion should go against Ornn, and then Orianna should go against Vel'Koz, but the kind like Orianna needs to push this out and then rotate to bot. Because Drake is gonna come up and Sion wants to go top with TP. Ooh, good job, Karza. Nemesis is running it down and he wasted flash. When you see people waste flash like this is the moment where you know like something is going wrong. We saw Nemesis playing really bad in first and second game, and he just continues his performance here. He just continues his performance. Beepo didn't have the strong performance in game 1 and 2 as well. So Selfmade is also a scaling jungler that can't really impact much early on. And Fnatic's bot lane is the only one who's doing okay. So what TES wants to do at this point in the game, right? TES wants to start playing for Drakes because they're kind of getting outscaled. So because of that, they want to get mid push, like Israel needs Gauntlet, and when Israel gets Gauntlet, it's going to be very difficult for the 2 free item power spike. This champions actually can't do much. And then when, you know, Jhin gets Fire Cannon, Vel'Koz gets, you know, 3-4 items, then it becomes very, very obnoxious for this team to play. So, but right now the whole control is on TES. Like the only one who can really play make right now is Silisang because Ornn can't really get pushed to move. Karza just steals the minion. He wanted to jump, but he's strong. Oh my goodness. How I hate this by TES. Like, I mean, Fnatic on paper should never fight this. They should never fight this based on the fact how really, really strong Sion is. He's 2 levels out of Ornn. He's a monster. Okay? There's a war behind them. Like, they didn't sweep that. Like, Fnatic should get aced here, you know? But how TES is contesting is super bad as well. Like, why are they going, like, just go mid, push one more wave, and then let Sion come, and you just walk in with Sion, and there's nobody on the enemy team that can do anything to Sion at this point. If Fnatic start... Oh my goodness. Why does Fnatic have to play for this Drake? This is so bad. This is so bad. Sunken TP, yeah. Ugh, Karza, really good ult. Velko's gonna die as well. Does he have flash? No, he's dead. So the issue I have here, right? The issue I have here is, look at this. You see this? How Karma, Orianna, and you see Jackalove's position. So they're calling for TP, right? So let's take a step back. So here Fnatic starts, and this is in my opinion very, very int play, because they didn't sweep all the vision, and you know 369 has such a good TP spot here. Like, this should be a 4-5 kills, but the problem is that, as we can see here, Jackie is just going mid lane to push, which is a normal play to push out the wave. But if you wanted to do that, why didn't you do that before? Why do you go now when the waves meet? Why didn't you go when the waves were running, you know? Why were you here before? So, I really, really dislike this play when Fnatic starts Drake and leashes it, and then Israel goes. And the reason why I dislike is because these three champions are not in position to punish them yet, you know? So, I really, really hate that. And then they decide, okay, go in. I think this ultimate by Ornn is super good because it covers this spot and prevents stuff like Israel, Karma, and Orianna to just follow up, you know, on damage from, let's say, Lee Sin. But I don't know what Orianna is doing in Karma. Like, why are they running away? They saw every single person around Drake. Like, why are they running away? That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, Jackie Love goes aggressive in. Kha'Zix gets away. So, even though Fnatic get away with this Drake, it's still not worth it, you know? Because they didn't really need to fight for this Drake. They give up a lot of gold to the enemies, and potentially now Sion, you know, can get bot lane tower, and Israel should rotate here. What is he doing? Why is Orianna attacking tower? Why is Orianna here? I don't know. TES Esports, like, I haven't seen anything impressive by them so far, to be honest, in this match. In this game, this is just... The one thing is that listen play, you know, at level 6, but like what they're doing here by sharing resources and gold, not punishing the enemy jungle, not splitting apart, not, you know, someone catch mid lane. This is, I mean, Israel did go mid, but way later, so I just feel like, I don't know, TES just feels like without a shot caller or something. So at this point, TES is super far ahead. You know, like we already talked about 2-3 item power spike on TES, you know, and right now Fnatic has no damage to deal with Sion. Israel is becoming a monster, right? Listen is a monster. Like, Listen is pretty effective because he can kick Ornn into, you know, Vel'Koz into Jhin. Like... So here I'm expecting Herald to be used mid. So this is fine. Like... Okay. Good. They should get one more hit. Like, what? Look at this position. What is Fnatic doing here? What is this? Why are they... Like, I understand why Selfmade can be here on a flank, right? To pressure this. Why is Nemesis going like this? Why isn't he going to the mid lane if they want to fight around mid? If he is in this position to engage, the Nemesis should go this way so that he can follow the engage when it happens, right? So this is complete... not on the same page, like... Now they should get the tower here. Now these two towers are super important for TES, because now TES can get deep vision into Fnatic's jungle, and it's much harder for Kha'Zix to be effective in this game. Okay. Self-made is cocky. Oriana and San are running both bot. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. TES, just go back and go top. Oh, the tower is low. Okay, this is fine. If the tower is low like this is fine. So now they're gonna reset in 1-3-1. So now, till Inferno Drake, we're not expecting anything to happen. So it's just gonna be push, and Fnatic should give this up. Okay, so they're punishing enemy jungle, which is awesome by TES. What is Selfmade doing? What is Selfmade doing? Oh, that was really in by Selfmade. Selfmade feels completely lost this game. He's like, my lane should be winning or something like that, and I can do whatever I want, and it's just... I don't think this Baron call is actually good. I think that this Baron is theirs anyway. It's easier for them to take Baron than it is to prevent a 4 Drake, you know? So I would here preferably, you know, after the Kha'Zix kill, go and let, I don't know, Listen go, solo Drake, and then we would push, take the jungle, and then reset and come for Baron and secure it. I think that giving Fnatic the potential to take 3 Drakes is like... I know I'm like, I don't really care about first and second Drake, but you know, giving third Drake is really big. Like what is... You see this? This is what I hate. I hate when a team goes for 2 plays at the same time. I hope Fnatic pull a TP and ace TES here, because TES is so hard disrespecting. It's really, really pissing me off. Like, this is like... When a team does this, when they're so cocky to go for 2 plays at the same time, 3 people do Baron, 2 people go to stop Drake, when the whole team from Fnatic is up, like, come on, punish this. Oh, okay. Kha'Zix gets the kill. And they're still chasing. Yes, good job, Fnatic, good job. Good job punishing them. Holy moly, eh? 2 shutdowns. Really big for Fnatic. Like, look at this. They're still fighting. TES is so dumb, eh? Oh my goodness. Ooh! Ooh, Karza gets... Ooh. Okay, Jackie is... lucky. Ooh. This was so good for Fnatic. They get third Drake, and they get they get like 3 shutdowns. Really, really good. I really hate plays like this when TES goes for 2 plays at the same time. Karza did a very good play though, to kill Kha'Zix. I don't know why he just didn't go out and then he died. Yeah, and now look at how much time TES wasted to respawn. And there's only 2 Barons, right? Like, Fnatic can easily hold this. Oh. Karma just died, or? Yeah, Karma just died. That was good by Selfmade. Like, there's no way TES can push this. Like, it's just so much free. The only problem that Fnatic has right now is that the 1 inhibitor is not down, which means they're not getting that extra bonus experience from the big minions. Oh, this makes no sense by Fnatic. They're turtling. Why do they have to get vision there now? Just fight around this area if they come and protect this vision. Why are we here? This is really scary for Fnatic. And TES could potentially here Very easily just engage. Okay, Hillison gets out. They need to make an emote for Buipo. Like this is I get an emote in League of Legends client, right? That would be so awesome. So now till next Drake comes up, nothing should really happen. Okay, so this Drake, come on Fnatic, don't fight for it. Oh, now this, guys, look, this is not a good trade. Yes, it is true that if Fnatic gets the soul, it is, with their champions, insanely valuable. The issue is, if Kha'Zix dies here, Fnatic should lose an inhibitor too. Okay? And the fact that he's trying to steal level 12 against level 14 with listen execution. I like the balls, but I don't think this play is smart. I don't think it's worth. I think just give it up, give it in the first Drake, and then be able to defend. Really good, they pull it out. Oh, they found him. What is Hillison? Oh, what is... Oh my goodness. Now they can get... Ooh. He has to flash, right? Yep. Reckless loses to some as well. What are they doing? Why are they going back? I don't know. TES is doing very, very weird decisions. They could have gotten inhibitor. And then go back and get Baron. But okay. Fine. I don't know. TES shot calling this game hasn't been stellar. But Fnatic has been doing really, really poor decisions. Poor decisions what to contest and what not to contest. I think TES is just gonna go dive and this is gonna be a 3-1. I really like Fnatic's comp this game. I think, like I said, Hecarim would have been, in my opinion, better pick than Kha'Zix. And I heard an interview from Miffy about they picked Kha'Zix because a lot of junglers were banned. Only Graves and Kindred were banned. There wasn't a lot of junglers banned. So I really was thinking, because I didn't see this draft, right? I was really thinking that there's more jungle bans happening. I thought there's like Hecarim ban, there's Evelyn Lilia ban, you know, stuff like that. Okay, I like this. I like this play for Fnatic. Now just get out. Okay, the game's over. They can dive mid now. Nobody has some. Ezreal is so strong. They can just dive mid. There's no way Fnatic can do without 2 ultimates. 3 ultimates. Kha'Zix ulted as well. I didn't even see that. Huh. Yeah. Here, they should just poke and then go for bot inhib. Yep, good. Good. And now here they have 2 choices. They either go after the inhibitor top and finish the game, or they try to finish the game. And I think, based on the fact how much is Baron up, 1 minute, they can easily take 1 tower and back off. Taking 1 tower is super good. Look at the waves. Like, this is 1 tower down. Just take a tower. Really, really smart by TES. Just, okay, now out. Now they should go out. Now TES should go out because Fnatic is full HP. And now they're going too deep. Now they should go out. And they should go top. They should go recall. Spend the gold. Right? Go top. Push. Okay? They should do this. Because it's 1 minute on Baron, they should go for taking the camps as well. Selfmade just dies. Okay, I guess they just finished the game. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, so I'm gonna say this game, right? What what was good by TES? What did they identify, right? They identified that they wanna, you know, pick something really, really strong for mid, pick something counter pick for top lane. So get top lane a good matchup, get mid lane a good matchup, and just pick something safe for bot. But then the moment they picked Karma, we saw that Fnatic instantly abused this. So if I'm TES going into next game, fix the bot lane situation, okay? It's been 3 games in a row that Fnatic just runs away with it, okay? And yes, this runaway, like this laning phase this time, was based on the fact that, you know, Karza messed up by not basing level 6, going bot and protecting the dive, right? Or bot lane backing off from, you know what I mean? They could have easily planned that out because it was known that Kha'Zix and Vel'Koz are gonna come bot because Orianna got chunked on mid lane with ultimate. So if I'm TES in the next game, I'm happy that we won. Like, there's hope. Like, they're super confident. I'm expecting they will want to go for Listen again. The Sion is probably going to get banned now because it was a very, very big contributor to the win. And I think something's going to happen to the Orianna pick. But this should stay for Jakilov, like this safety. And this should change because Karma didn't do much, you know? So, yeah. And then for Fnatic, it was just, I really like this. I really like this. It's just pick it later, okay? I really don't like Jhin. I don't like Jhin as a 1-2, okay? They could have easily picked Ashe. They could have picked Senna, you know? And when you have success in the first game with Senna, second game with Ashe, and then you go third game Jhin, that just shows how confident they are, you know, into it. But I understand he probably didn't want to go Senna or Ashe into Orianna because he didn't see. So he didn't want to blind pick those 2 champions because he wouldn't have the distance to go. But if he picked Ashe, right? Or let's say now that they show Orianna, they would go something like a Sylas paired with like Senna. It would mess up the Orianna pick a lot. So Fnatic could have went all in. They decided to go range, you know, which is also fine. But I really dislike this. And then, you know, they went with Rakan, which is good. They went with Vel'Koz, which is good. But then finish it up with something that works really well with the team. And yes, Kha'Zix on paper against the squishies works. But I think, though, in terms of play, that Beepo really messed up into it. There were like 2 ints from Kha'Zix. Like, Nemesis is still having a very, very bad performance. So put something comfortable on Nemesis. Put self-made again on this, you know, Graves, Kindred, Hecarim thing. And don't, like, keep the counter pick or the after 2 bans for Beepo, okay? Don't pick him top lane early. Okay? Don't pick him top lane early. That's really, really important. So I'm really, really interested what happens in game 4. Now I know the results for game 4 and game 5. I saw the game briefly when I was watching it on stream, but now we're gonna go into deeper analysis, you know. And the main point about the series is for you guys to understand what the players are going through and how they're thinking about the game. Okay. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you finished this video, awesome, guys. If you want to support me, subscribe, like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, dislike it, but please tell me why you disliked it so I can improve the videos in the future. So I like when people dislike stuff that I do. Just tell me why so that I know what I can do better. And that's how I can improve and make better quality content for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. You know how to support me. Other than that, Coach Nalu, out.